It's now or never for Doctor Who. There can be no more shaving against the grain. There can be no more upsetting of the fan base. This is serious now. Doctor Who may have 3 specials coming in November, and in just over 25 days, the first of those 3 episodes will air on the iPlayer, Disney Plus, and BBC One. It's very exciting for most, I'd say, Doctor Who fans, but there are some who are not coming back, very sadly, to watch Doctor Who. But as I say, the Chibnall era broke the fandom, broke the IP, broke the love for the character. There's no question about that. Now they're trying to fix it. They're trying to get that era out the way, while at the same time RTD saying, oh yeah, I love Chris Chibnall. Chris Chibnall's my mate. If you like the guy who was doing the music for Chris Chibnall, right? And I mean, there were some themes like the Masters theme, which I thought were absolutely brilliant. But and I love Russell T Davies, he's a creative inspiration to me. But I'm a straight shooter, I'm honest. If you love him so much, why did you replace him with Murray Gold? Well, Murray Gold is one of the best composers in the world, and Chibnall should never have removed him in the first place. But of course we know why Chibnall removed him, and it had nothing to do with talent versus talent, because everything about Chibnall is political, right? Whether it's racially political or if it's gender politics, that's how the man works. And this is how he's basically destroyed Doctor Who and divided the fandom. I think Chris Chibnall is a clever writer in the right genre. Sci-fi and Doctor Who are just not the right genre for this man. There's a place for the way he wants to write and his obsession with the politics of today. But it's not Doctor Who. Russell T Davies is an ambulance driver returning to the ambulance station to save the day, to make sure that the ambulances get there on time before people die. That's what he is. He's the one who founded the revival and done such an excellent job of re-putting Doctor Who back on that map. And he's got to do it again. But make no mistake, we're not going to see the Doctor Who from Russell T Davies that we saw in 2005. We're not going to get the mentality of Rose or Eccleston or the Tennant Doctor that we saw. It's all going to be very, very different. And it will be very, very current day. The difference is that RTD is a much smarter writer at inserting this commentary in. And he will insert this commentary in. Make no mistake, I've already seen a lot of red flags with some of the decision making. I'm not the biggest fan, as you can see, of the Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker era. But I believe it was a fundamental mistake to try and get her out the way. Hook her off the stage. That was a mistake. She should have been the Doctor in at least one of these 3 specials. It should have been her journey of becoming the next Doctor. They rushed her away. The power of the Doctor isn't even about her Doctor. Even then they pushed her out the way. It was the master story, like it or not. You made your decision, you brought her in, you allowed Chibnall to set out a poor narrative that didn't develop his inclusive companions, his minority companions. He did nothing with them apart have them standing there because it's always good to be seen, right? And his female Doctor barely had a heartbeat. Considering she has 2 hearts, that already is a problem. So now we've got this new brand spanking new Doctor Who that's partnered with Disney that's at the weakest of its powers. A few years ago, this would have been really exciting for me personally, because I would have been in love with Disney a few years ago. I and most of the fans are not. A lot of red flags here, people. Can RTD pull this off? Is this going to be good or better than the Day of the Doctor? Right now, I have my doubts. I shouldn't doubt Russell T Davies. Russell T Davies is a genius. Russell T Davies is a great man. I love Russell T Davies. I follow him on Instagram. I'm always very positive towards him. I love him. He's inspired me to do so much with my creative life. But I'm not going to sit here like a puppet of the BBC or Russell himself. You've got to wow me. You've got to wow the fans. You've got to bring the love, joy and excitement back to Doctor Who. See you on the 25th of November, because I'm at least intrigued to see what we get. Because apparently, according to David Tennant in Empire magazine, it's Russell T Davies, unhinged, unleashed, and I can't wait to see what that is.